Imagine this. You're going about your day when suddenly your back starts to itch. You reach back to scratch it, and you feel something moving under your skin. Not one thing, dozens of things. Tiny bodies squirming, pushing, trying to break through. And then, one by one, they emerge. Fully formed creatures bursting out of holes in your back. This sounds like a scene from a horror movie, right? Body horror at its absolute worst. But for one creature, this isn't fiction. It's how they bring life into the world. There's an amphibian living in South American rivers that has evolved one of the most disturbing and fascinating reproductive strategies in nature. When you see it, you won't believe it's real. And once you understand how it reproduces, you'll never forget it. Today, we're talking about the Surinam toad, nature's most unsettling mother. The Surinam toad, scientifically known as pipa pipa, doesn't look like most toads you've encountered. In fact, when people first see it, many think it's already dead or diseased. It's completely flat, like someone took a normal toad and ran it over with a steamroller. Its body is brown and leaf-like, covered in what looks like rough, textured skin. But the most disturbing feature, the back of the female toad. During breeding season, it becomes covered in perfectly circular holes, sometimes dozens of them. And from each hole, something is watching. Something is waiting to emerge. If you have trypophobia, a fear of clustered holes, this creature is your worst nightmare come to life. The Surinam toad is native to South America, primarily found in the slow-moving waters and murky swamps of the Amazon basin, including countries like Surinam, Brazil, Peru, and Venezuela. These are freshwater environments with low visibility, which has shaped every aspect of this toad's bizarre appearance and behavior. Unlike typical toads that hop on land, Surinam toads are fully aquatic. They're built for life underwater, rarely if ever leaving the water. Their flattened body isn't just strange-looking. It's a perfect adaptation for living on muddy river bottoms. They can press themselves flat against the substrate, becoming virtually invisible to both prey and predators. They don't have tongues or teeth like most amphibians. Instead, they hunt by ambush, using their highly sensitive fingers to detect movement in the murky water. When prey gets close enough, small fish, invertebrates, or anything they can swallow, they lunge forward with surprising speed, creating a vacuum with their mouth that sucks the prey in whole. Their star-shaped fingers aren't just for sensing prey either. During mating season, these fingers play a crucial role in one of nature's most elaborate and disturbing reproductive dances. But to understand why their reproduction is so shocking, we need to understand what makes it different from almost every other creature on Earth. Most amphibians lay eggs in water. The eggs develop externally, hatch into tadpoles, and eventually metamorphose into adults. Simple, external, separate from the parent's body. But the Surinam toad said no to all of that and evolved something far more nightmarish. Here's what makes the Surinam toad truly unforgettable. The female doesn't lay her eggs in the water or on leaves or in a nest. She doesn't guard them externally or abandon them to fate. Instead, she embeds them directly into the skin of her back. And they stay there, growing, developing, until fully formed baby toads erupt from her body months later. This isn't external care. This is body horror reproduction. The Surinam toad's reproductive process is a masterclass in bizarre evolutionary innovation, and it happens in 4 distinct, increasingly disturbing stages. Stage 1, the underwater dance. It begins with an elaborate mating ritual that can last for several hours. The male Surinam toad grabs the female from behind in a position called amplexus, common in many frogs and toads. But what happens next is unique to this species. The pair begins to swim in vertical loops like an underwater somersault routine. They flip and spin through the water in a carefully choreographed dance. With each rotation, the female releases a few eggs, typically 3 to 5 at a time. As the eggs emerge, the male fertilizes them immediately. But here's where it gets weird. As they complete each flip and return to a horizontal position, the fertilized eggs don't float away. Instead, they fall directly onto the female's back. The eggs are sticky and adhere to her skin immediately. This process repeats over and over, sometimes 50, 60, even 100 times, until the female has released all her eggs. By the end of this exhausting ritual, Her entire back is covered with fertilized eggs, arranged in neat rows like some kind of organic egg carton. Stage 2. The embedding. Now comes the truly disturbing part. Over the next several hours after mating, something horrifying happens. The female's back begins to swell. Her skin doesn't just accept the eggs sitting on the surface, it actively grows around them. The tissue of her back becomes spongy and swollen, and each egg slowly sinks into her flesh. Within 24 hours, each egg is completely embedded in its own individual pocket of skin. The skin then seals over each egg, creating those perfect circular chambers that cover her entire back. The eggs aren't just stuck to her. They're literally inside her body, each one sitting in its own custom-built incubation chamber. Her back has transformed from normal toad skin into a living honeycomb of developing embryos. Stage 3. The incubation horror. For the next 60 to 120 days, depending on environmental conditions, the female Surinam toad carries these developing babies in her back. During this time, she's not just a passive incubator. Her body actively nourishes the developing toads through the skin of each pocket. Inside each chamber, the eggs develop through all their life stages. But here's what makes this even more bizarre. They skip the tadpole stage entirely. Unlike almost every other frog and toad species, Surinam toad eggs develop directly into miniature versions of the adults. There's no external tadpole swimming around with a tail. Everything happens inside those pockets in her back. The embryos develop limbs, absorb their yolk sacs, and grow into fully functional toads, all while embedded in their mother's flesh. Imagine carrying not just one, but dozens of developing creatures in pockets all over your back for 4 months. You can't scratch the itch. You can't remove them. You just have to wait while they grow inside you. Stage 4, the horrifying birth. And then, when they're fully developed, comes the moment that makes everyone who sees it deeply uncomfortable. The birth. One by one, tiny fully formed toads begin to emerge from the holes in the mother's back. They don't burst out violently. Instead, they slowly push through the skin, breaking through the membrane that sealed them in. First, you see a tiny webbed foot, then a leg, then a miniature toad head pushing its way out. Sometimes dozens emerge over the course of several hours. Each one pulls itself free from its individual pocket, leaving behind an empty hole in the mother's back. The babies are perfect miniature replicas of the adults, complete with the same flat body shape and star-shaped fingers. After all the babies have emerged, the mother is left with a back full of empty holes. Over time, her skin will heal and regenerate, preparing for the next breeding season when the entire horrifying process will repeat. Carrying dozens of developing toads in your back for months takes an enormous toll. The female Surinam toad cannot feed as efficiently during this period. Her movement is restricted. The weight and metabolic demands of all those developing embryos drain her energy reserves. Some females die during or shortly after giving birth, unable to recover from the extreme physical demands. Those that survive often need extended recovery periods before they can breed again. Unlike some frogs that can breed multiple times per year, Surinam toads typically breed only once annually, if they survive at all. The evolutionary trade-off is clear. By providing such intensive parental care, the survival rate of offspring is much higher. But the cost to the mother is severe. During the incubation period, the female is extremely vulnerable. She's slower, more conspicuous with her swollen back, and less able to escape predators. In the murky waters of the Amazon, numerous predators would happily make a meal of a slow-moving, egg-laden toad. Caimans, large fish, water snakes, and even otters all pose threats. The female must hide more carefully and move more cautiously. Her entire reproductive investment, all those eggs, all that energy, could be lost in a single attack. This vulnerability is why the species has evolved such effective camouflage. That flat, leaf-like body pressed against muddy river bottoms becomes crucial for survival during breeding season. Surinam toads are highly specialized for their specific aquatic environment. They require clean, slow-moving freshwater with specific temperature ranges and adequate prey availability. As Amazon habitats face increasing pressure from deforestation, pollution, and climate change, these toads face serious challenges. Their bizarre reproductive strategy, while effective in stable environments, offers little flexibility when conditions change rapidly. They can't simply move to new areas easily. Their entire life cycle is tied to specific aquatic conditions. Populations in some areas have declined significantly. While not yet considered endangered globally, localized extinctions have occurred where habitat degradation is severe. The Surinam toad represents one of the most extreme examples of parental investment in the amphibian world. Most frogs and toads lay hundreds or thousands of eggs and provide zero parental care. The survival rate is low, but the sheer number ensures some offspring make it. Surinam toads took the opposite approach. Fewer eggs, but maximum investment in each one. By carrying them inside her body and skipping the vulnerable tadpole stage, the female ensures much higher survival rates for her offspring. This strategy has allowed them to thrive in their specific ecological niche for millions of years. But it's also made them one of the most unsettling creatures to witness reproducing. The trypophobic response many people have to seeing a Surinam toad's back isn't just squeamishness. It taps into deep evolutionary responses to patterns associated with disease, parasites, and skin afflictions. Our brains are wired to find clustered holes disturbing, and the Surinam toad's back triggers that response intensely. Yet this disturbing adaptation is also a masterpiece of evolution. It's a solution to a problem. How do you protect your offspring in an environment filled with egg predators? Answer: keep them inside your body until they're fully capable of surviving on their own. Despite their unsettling appearance and reproductive method, Surinam toads are facing increasing conservation attention. Several South American countries have begun protecting critical wetland habitats where these toads live. Researchers are also studying their unique reproductive biology for insights into developmental biology and regenerative medicine. The ability of the female's back to create specialized pockets, nourish developing embryos through skin tissue, and then completely heal and regenerate is medically fascinating. Captive breeding programs in zoos and aquariums worldwide have successfully reproduced Surinam toads, helping educate the public about this bizarre species while maintaining genetic diversity as insurance against wild population declines. The more people learn about these creatures, the more they appreciate the incredible diversity of life's solutions to survival challenges. Even if those solutions make us deeply uncomfortable, the Surinam toad reminds us that nature doesn't care about our comfort. Evolution doesn't ask permission before creating something that makes us squirm. It simply finds what works and runs with it, even if what works is embedding your babies in the flesh of your back. So the next time you think human childbirth is intense, remember, at least human babies don't erupt from dozens of holes in your back like something out of a science fiction nightmare. Nature is beautiful. Nature is horrifying. And sometimes, like with the Surinam toad, nature is both at exactly the same time.